Hello, everyone. This is Lorenzo Leonardo again. Uh, I will be discussing more of the application about Rule of 72. In my previous videos, I discussed there about Rule of 72 and the effect of compounding interest. So just for a recap, so 72, Rule of 72 is just a simple formula so that you can approximate or you can predict how many years your money, when your money will double. So given this example, we have 4%, 8%, and 12%. So if you use 4% a year interest rate, so 72 divided by 4, so money doubles every 18 years. So as you can see in the chart, at age 29, the person has 100,000 of savings invested at 4%. So after 18 years, it becomes 200,000, and after 18 years, it becomes 400,000. So for 8%, so 72 divided by 8 every 9 years. So money doubles every 9 years. So when it reaches 65, it became 1.6. And what if 12%? So money doubles every 6 years. So a lot of people who ask me, is there a reputable or real scenario that can give 8 to 12%? Is there a legitimate investment right there in the Philippines about 8 to 12%? My answer is yes. So we have one partner company that is already been uh, more than 2 decades already. So I use this example, the Philippine Fund, because this is the oldest mutual fund up to date here in the Philippines that has track record. So what I did, I just copied all the data in their website and put it in my Excel sheet so that we can approve that investing in a mutual fund really is compounding. So I created a graph in my Excel sheet using the net asset value per share since 1995 till the present. So I plotted all these uh, values into a graph so that we can see the representation. So as you can see, since 1995 until now, this is the performance of this mutual fund. So based on the graph that was generated, we can conclude that investing in a mutual fund works in compounding interest, or in technical term, we call it the compounding annual growth rate. So in a mutual fund, the prices, the value of your money depends on the prices, right? That depends on the prices of the mutual fund company. So in this example, it started January 2, 1995. The price of the fill equity started 1.1095 pesos per share. So example, there's a person who invested 1 million at that time. How much is his money today? So we already know how to compute the value. During 1995, upon investing 1 million, so 1 million divided by the NAVs at that time, then the quotient, you just multiply it with the price today. Given in between this time, there are no redemption or withdrawal. So the quotient, the number of shares that he owned at that time, multiply it by the price today. So the price as of July 30, 2021, that is already 31.182 pesos per share. Multiply it, so the market value of your money right now is already 28 million. So let's do a mathematical formula to prove that it is really compounding. So given using this formula, we got the CAGR or the compounding annual growth rate at 13.69%. So as you can see in our sample here, illustration no, sa Rule 72, it just projected here 8 to 12. But in the real world, this is the real rate of return of this fund. That is more than 12%. So this is the compounding interest rate if you started 1995. So if we check with the Rule 72, so 72 divided by the annual interest rate compounding, it will give 5.25 years. So it means that if you have 1 million 1995, that money doubles every 5.25 years. So you can see here, no? In fact, you can check. You can also do some Excel. So if we move the dates every 5.25 years, so we reach 2021. So more likely, uh, they are approximately equal. No, they are the actual is 28, but since Rule 72 is just an estimation, more likely you can predict how much is that value. So you can see here, it is almost uh, have the same value almost because Rule 72 is just a approximation. Okay, so hopefully I've answered some of your questions. If mutual fund really works in compounding, and my answer is yes, it works in compounding. If you do not redeem, if you do not redeem your funds since 1995, this is just sample. I'll just, but it depends when did you started. No? But even you started late, let's say you started 2008. In my case, I joined ING 2008, so I experienced the global crisis at this part. But if you invested here, still if you draw a graph, it is still compounding. So any given point, as long you are investing long term, your money will really compounds. Mathematics doesn't lie. This is the actual performance. This is about 26 years already. We've been to global recession. In fact, we've been to Asian crisis here, and we've been to global recession of 2008, and recently the pandemic time of 2020. So as you can see, market, we already experienced three crises, but on the long term, the investor always win. That is why if you are investing in a mutual fund, I suggest put it in the long term. Do not ever redeem in between because you cannot feel the growth of your money. Thank you and have a pleasant day. This is Lorenzo Leonardo, and if you have some questions, feel free to ask or message me using my AI assistant or through my website found below in this video. Thank you and have a great day.